I'm not saying that this is racism, I'm just giving you a few examples. Sometimes they will show you all the love that you need, and then all of a sudden, the next following week, they'll take it all away from you. My rejection trauma is moderate. When you get pushed away, turned down, not accepted. So as you can see, the bar is literally nearly 3/4. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another Cape Town drive. Today we are on our way back through Simonstown, which is on the road towards Fishhook and Muizenberg and so on and so forth. Another absolutely stunning, gorgeous area in the Western Cape. And as you can see, I have the beautiful ocean to my right hand side. It is absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. And on the left hand side, I have lovely, gorgeous, beautiful houses here, set at the bottom of the mountain. Some of them high up, some of them low down. But the views are absolutely phenomenal. So guys, today's journey, we're going to be looking at certain areas here in the Western Cape, and we're also going to be talking about some other issues that people experience in this day and age. So we're going to be covering this as well during this drive. So I'm going to be showing you the beautiful views, and we're going to be having a good conversation, guys, okay? But today, unfortunately, people, I don't have a coffee. I don't have a milkshake. I actually just have a bottle of water, so I apologize. Otherwise, I would have shared my coffee and milkshake with you. So, but you never know. As we're driving through, I may stop somewhere just to grab a coffee. Okay, but I'll let you know. I'll give you good notice that I am doing so. We're actually at this moment in time approaching Simonstown. We're on our way back from Cape Point. We went to do an inspection there on a property, so we're on our way back now, and we're going to be showing you Simonstown. Simonstown is a naval town right on the sea, and it is absolutely stunning. There's a beautiful museum here, there's a lot of guest houses here, there's a lot of Airbnbs here, and guys, if you like the ocean, which I know a lot of people do, you're going to love this place. It's a beautiful place to stay. For a short period of time if you're on holiday. It's a beautiful place to live because it's really nice and calm and quiet sometimes. So it's lovely, absolutely stunning. And the views 24/7, every day, 7 days a week are stunning and beautiful. So yeah, you're not going to miss out, guys, if you move here or stay here or come here on a holiday. It's just going to be excitement and really, really nice experiences. So, and the people here are very nice too. So, yeah, guys. I actually got a couple of questions which were privately sent to me on my last drive with regards to mental health. These 3 questions that were posted to me, they were privately sent to me, so I can't tell you who sent them to me, but I can obviously let you know what the questions were. Now, it's not easy because I'm not a specialist, but I think these were mental health issues that have been caused by certain experiences which have recently taken place in the 3 individuals' lives. I can't tell you their gender, 2 male and 1 female. So, and all 3 of them are all different experiences and issues. So, number 1 has become a marital issue due to the loss of his work, and has become a problem in the marriage because it's now lacking finances and so on and so forth. So the question I was posed was, how can we get over such an issue in our marriage? Because he lost his job back in February and he was earning well, I would say very well, after the figure that I was shown. I can't obviously disclose that figure. And they had a good life and so on and so forth. And his wife also works, but unfortunately, obviously, doesn't earn as much as he does. So they balanced each other out, and obviously they shared their expenses and they paid for each other's expenses, night outs, fuel, car, insurance, bonds on the house, bonds on the cars. So yeah, things like that. Or if they went away for a holiday, they would both share. And now they're in a position where since February, he's not earning. They're starting to use their savings up, and they're getting into a position where the savings have nearly finished, and they're now in a position where it's causing arguments and tit for tat in their relationship. So guys, in a situation like this is my personal, very, very personal opinion. I'm not a professional in this field, so I make it very clear to you guys, this is a very personal opinion. I truly believe that if two individuals get married because they love each other, I'm not going to use the word loved because that's in a past tense. I'm going to say love each other because I'm sure they still love each other. It's about helping each other even when you are at a very low point in your life. And during this low point, look, we all go through certain issues in our lives with regards to getting into a low point and then all of a sudden feeling maybe there's nobody there to assist you, or your partner's not there to help you, or the kind words that you're looking for, they're not there. The encouraging words that you are looking for are not there or not being heard, or the actions of encouragement are not being felt or seen. Guys, in a situation like this, I truly believe that each spouse must talk to each other in a very open manner, and your communication must be very, very clear and understandable for each other to be able to hear and understand each other. And I'll say it again, like I said in my previous video, you must listen completely to the individual who's talking. Do not shut them down whilst they are talking. They may say something that you may not like, but don't stop them. Allow them to continue speaking and let them finish, because it's so important that you hear what the individual is going through and the experiences they are individually going through, independently from you. You know, you may be going through an experience that you are experiencing, but the other individual and the other spouse is also going through something that needs to be heard and understood, because it is so difficult for individuals sometimes to understand each other because they don't listen, and listening helps to understand. And don't think for 1 second that because somebody's saying something, it could become a personal matter. It's not an attack on each other. This is a conversation between two people which could help. So guys, my personal advice is sit down, talk to each other, and help each other, and guide each other, and help yourselves to get back on track, you know? And it doesn't mean just because you've come out of a well-paid job that you can't go into another job. You can do. You can go into another job. There are jobs out there for you. But you need to start actively looking. You need to start actively, wanting to look for another job. So if an individual now sees the other person, not actively looking, it's very obvious that the other party is going to say to you, you're out of a job, our savings are nearly finished, and what are you doing about finding a job? And the answer is nothing, because now you're feeling down, you feel like sitting on a sofa, you feel like watching TV, YouTube all day long, and you think to yourself, I don't want to do anything about it. That's not going to help, guys. So you need to understand each other, you need to respect each other, and you need to try and help each other to find the solution that's going to help you both. It's not about divorce or separation or anything like that, because that's a bad attitude to have. That's the worst attitude to have. That doesn't help. That takes an individual down a different path where it's even worse than what they're in. So it just adds a block of concrete on their head and shoulders, which really now digs them into the ground. So guys, please talk to each other, sit down, help each other, guide each other, and see if both of you can sit down and maybe find a job for the individual who's in need in that relationship. There are online apps that you can download. There are websites that you can go on for looking for work, and so on and so forth. Register yourselves, put your CVs on there. You will find something, and be active. Don't just sit there thinking that, somebody's going to send me an email requesting an interview. It's not going to happen. Nothing happens for free. And when I say free, if you don't put anything in it, meaning your action, you're not going to get anything back. So guys, put the effort in. Don't be negative about your relationship or about the situation. Try and be as positive as possible, and be good to each other. That's the only way that I see that you can actually help yourselves. So that's question number 1, guys. Question number 2. A gentleman, again, actually in his 30s, mid-30s actually. If I'm correct, let me just check. Yes, 34 years old, guys. 34 years old, is working, and is in a position where he feels that he is being denied greater opportunities at work due to his color. Now, obviously, he sent me a long message explaining to me why he feels that way, and we have been talking about it over our messages, and it seems that there is an issue at his workplace where individuals are not being looked at or promoted due to their great achievements or good achievements, and not being given the correct increases in their pay, and so on and so forth. So he is actually feeling so bad and depressed, because people obviously make plans in their life that if they do well in certain aspects of their work or life, they are able to save a bit extra, do a bit extra, and send money to their families who are either in the Eastern Cape or Bloemfontein or out of this country. I'm just giving hypothetical examples, guys. So it could be anywhere. And it is a problem where, sometimes even as a female, you are overlooked because some companies feel that men can do better jobs than women, and some companies look at women as being better than men. And sometimes companies are out there, they're still existing in this world where there is racism. And I'm not saying that this is racism, I'm just giving you a few examples of how people are overlooked. So this is obviously something that the individual is experiencing, and it's putting him into a very depressive mood and mode, and where they're looking for assistance and guidance in moving forward or looking to leave their job. Again, I'm not a professional in this field. I will give you my personal opinion on this matter. My personal opinion is that if you are in a situation that you say that you are, and you're in a position where you are being overlooked due to your color or your gender, my opinion is look into it properly. Get all the information that you need to prove it to yourself, firstly. This is what I would do. I'm not going to sit there and fight the individual or the company. I wouldn't. I'm not going to waste my time or waste my efforts or my brain cells on fighting an individual on something that I know is never ever going to straighten itself out or never going to work. So me personally, I would always actually find all the information that I need, satisfy my own self mentally, and start looking for another position that you know that you can actually progress in. And that will be a positive move. Because, and the reason I'm saying this to you is, if we allow this negativity to eat us, it will continue eating you even after you have maybe tried to take someone to a tribunal or, for discrimination or so on and so forth, or take someone to court. Can you imagine the stress levels of the individual increasing to such a level that they could not take it anymore? That's exactly what's going to happen. Sometimes you really need deep pockets, or you really need a clever brain, and just to make a positive decision, just like that, to say, right, you know what? I know whatever I'm saying is true. Let's move on, move forward. Let's start searching for a new position for me where I can progress and I can actually do well in my life just the way others do. Because everybody has a right to do well in their life. Everybody does. Sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't work for you. Sometimes you need to go through a few hoops in your life to get to the best stage of your life. Your life doesn't just start at the top. Sometimes you need to start at the bottom of the ladder and work your way up. Sometimes as individuals, you do get the opportunities to start at the top, but you've missed out on all of that experience that you could have gained. So there are other people that are better than you because they've got more experience than you, because they've built themselves up that ladder. Look at things like that in a positive light. Don't look at your life in a negative light. Guys, we've just approached here Fishhook. As you can see on the right hand side, there's the fishing marina and there's the beautiful ocean. It is a cloudy day today. It's a cold, breezy day as well, but it is wonderful. And we've passed all the coffee shops, unfortunately. I got so engrossed in this conversation that I didn't stop. So guys, maybe next time for a coffee. Actually, I wouldn't mind a hot chocolate the next time. I think I'm going to try a nice one. If I can find a nice place to grab a hot chocolate, I'm going to grab one. But I don't think it's going to happen today though. Yeah, so we're now going over the tops of Fishhook, near to my favorite place where I always start my videos from. And but today, fortunately for me, we had an inspection towards Cape Point, which we finished, and we're heading back now towards the city. So guys, yeah, now on to the third question. Young female, 27 years old, and color white, and she is in a very volatile relationship where she has actually used the word that she's in a relationship with a narcissist. Now guys, it's a very harsh word to use. Saying that somebody is a narcissist, it's very, very, very harsh to use such a word unless you can really, really prove that the person is a narcissist. Sometimes, guys, just going a bit further into narcissism, just for the betterment of the young lady and her understanding of narcissism, and I'm sure she's researched it. Narcissism sometimes can start in childhood, and during your childhood, obviously, it starts with your parents, where they took full control of you as an individual, and they literally forced you into a direction that they wanted you to go into, and they made you feel that this is the best way, this is the only way, and sometimes you are manipulated in your childhood, and as you grow into an adult, those traits stay with you because you feel it's normal. So when you are in a relationship early on, which is what this young lady has actually explained in her message to me, is that when they were in their early stages of their relationship, they were having a fantastic time, great relationship, great communication, and then 3 months down the line, she states that her partner started to go hot and cold on her, started to manipulate her, and started to disown comments that were said between the two, or agreements that were made between the two, or understandings that were between the two. And the partner literally, blatantly said, "I never said these things," when she clearly remembers him saying these things. And then manipulation started, where the partner wanted to manipulate his female partner into being someone that they want to control. And this can be done either on a social, personal, or a financial gain purpose. And it is sometimes very, very difficult that you are in a relationship like this. Sometimes they will show you all the love that you need, and then all of a sudden, the next following week, they'll take it all away from you. And sometimes what happens is the individual, because they can't control you and they can no longer manipulate you, they feel threatened themselves. So they try to distance you within the relationship. And then eventually, if you are a married couple, the individual who's a narcissist may even ask you for a divorce when they really don't have any reason to ask you for a divorce. And then what they'll do, if that is the case, is they'll basically make up every reason under the sun to distance themselves from you and create a non-existing relationship between the two of you. So narcissism is a very difficult subject or a topic to discuss in one video. So, but what I am going to do in the next video, I'm actually going to discuss narcissism in detail. So I'm going to go away and do some research, and I'm going to come back to you. And I did some research today on narcissism due to the young lady's question to me, and I found a fantastic website where I'm going to open it up as I'm driving, and there's a quiz that you can take, believe it or not, on narcissism. And this quiz allows you, it's a 1 minute quick quiz. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually do this quiz on myself. So I see exactly where I stand. And then what I'll do is I'll give you the web details. It's mind.bettermeworld. Okay? So it's www.mind.betterme.world. Okay? So that's the website. And it's a fantastic puzzle. I've done it already. So I'm going to do it again live for you guys on the video. So you guys can understand the questions that it's asking you and the answers that I press. Okay, but my answers may not be truthful. I'm just giving you a hypothetical example so you know how it works. Okay, so don't take my quiz as honest and truthful. It's just as an example. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to find a parking space here right in front of me, and I'm going to park up on the left hand side so I can safely do this quiz without hurting anybody. Okay, guys, so the question, it says, what do you experience most often? What do you experience most often? Now, the answers are guilt, abandonment, mistrust, or other. So I am going to press abandonment. Okay. Then it's asked the second question now. So we're on the second question. Do you remember yourself in childhood? My answer is yes. I vividly remember myself in childhood. Question number 3. What childhood memories do you have? It says answers are mostly positive, mostly negative, difficult to remember anything particular, I'm not sure. For me, as a child, most positive. What did your family look like? So the answers are 2 parents, single parent, or other. Other meaning, did you grow up in a gay household or homosexual household where you had either 2 males or 2 females? Okay, that's the other. So I grew up with 2 parents. Okay. Question number 4. Were you often punished in childhood? All the time, rather often, rarely, or never? Now, if I ever said to you never or rarely, I would really be lying, guys, because I was very, very active when I was a kid. And growing up in England, we had the freedom of going everywhere. So we did every single thing under the sun. Break all the rules and come home for a good spanking. So yes, rather often. Okay. Have you been slapped or spanked? Again, question is all the time, rather often, rarely, or never? Again, if I use the words rarely or never, I would be lying. So I'm going to say rather often. Do you ever feel like your childhood dreams, ideas, needs were rejected? I would say not exactly. The questions or the answers are strongly relate, kind of, not exactly, or no. So for me, not exactly. What relates to you most now? No long-lasting friendships or relationships, negative thinking or overthinking, difficult to trust people, people-pleasing to receive love, or other. I'm going to put people-pleasing to receive love because I am a people-pleaser. Okay. How often do you feel stressed? Never, rarely, pretty often, almost always. I'm going to say pretty often. Have you felt anxious or on edge in the past 2 weeks? Answer, not really. Once or twice. Yes, often. I'm always anxious. I'm going to say, I don't know, not really. Typically, how hard is it for you to fall asleep? I fall asleep as soon as I'm in bed. That doesn't happen to me. It takes up to 15 minutes. Nope. I toss and turn for an hour. Maybe. I have real trouble falling asleep sometimes. So I'm going to say I toss and turn for an hour. Now, 11th question. Is it hard for you to stay focused with background noise, example, people talking, music and traffic? I'm mostly a focused person. So for me, if I'm surrounded by noise, I don't get distracted. So it's like, no, I'm focused, master, or sometimes, yes, often, or all the time. So I'm going to say sometimes. Question number 12. Do you easily make negative assumptions about what others are thinking about you or your actions? Rarely. Is it difficult for you to share genuine feelings? Yes, no, depends, or I'm not sure. I'm going to say it depends. Which of these statements relate to your mother or father? Control at all costs, unavailable or distant, playing the victim, guilt trips, nothing is good enough. I have nothing to complain about because my parents were absolute gems. And my father was my mentor, and my mother was being the rock in my life, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I am today. So guys, I have nothing to complain about. Do you have a hard time saying no or protecting your boundaries? Yes, no, or depends. I'm going to say yes. Sometimes I do find it difficult to say no. Do you ever think you're not good enough or doubt your self-worth? Yes, I do. How do you think your life will improve if you become more confident? My love life will improve. My career will improve. Better relationships with my mother or father. I'll start appreciating myself more. I'm not sure. I think I'll start appreciating myself more. Question number 18. How do you think your romantic life will improve after you finish childhood trauma healing plan? 1. You'll find a partner or improve current relationship. Learn how to trust people. Deal with fear or abandonment, rejection or disapproval. Reduce fear of breakup or I'm not sure. Now, difficult questions here. You need to answer them. So, hypothetically, I will say, learn how to trust people. Right, so it's now loading, as you can see. So that's my 18 questions answered. Okay. Now, of the 18 questions, it's now going to give us a breakdown. So I'm going to put in my email for them to send it to me on email as well. And then it will also allow me to see it here. So, my rejection trauma is moderate. When you get pushed away, turned down, not accepted. So as you can see, the bar is literally nearly 3/4. Okay, so it's a moderate. Abandonment trauma, it's mild. When close people turn emotionally unavailable, neglect or suddenly vanish. Okay? Betrayal trauma, not identified. Okay? So when people violate trust, you place in them. Okay? So that is unidentified. Okay? So injustice trauma is high. When people's decisions and actions were unfair to you. It's actually very high. Okay? So this little puzzle that you can actually go through. It's actually fantastic. I'm gonna, again, this is the first page, home page. It is mind.betterme.world. So guys, try it out. It can only help you or assist you, but you need to be honest. You can't lie for you to just find a better you. You can't do that, guys. If you want honest help in situations that you're in, you need to be honest. And I've said this before. Don't lie. Always be honest. Sometimes the truth does hurt you. It's going to hurt you because you don't want to hear the truth. But that's the only thing that's actually going to help you. Lies will never help you. Lies will never make you feel better. They'll only temporarily make you feel better. So if you want a long-run solution, a long-term solution, always be honest in the answers that you give to people that are trying to help you. Do not lie to them, because in order for you to lie to them, you're lying to yourself. Don't do that. Otherwise, you're not going to help yourself in order for others to help you. So guys, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Have a lovely day. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching this channel again. And again, like guys, this time around, I'm going to say, press the like button up here, subscribe here, and share with as many people as you know the channel. Guys, I want you to subscribe. I want you to share this channel with everybody that you know. Anybody that you know that can gain or get assistance, or maybe this channel may help them to maybe even smile. Guys, share this channel to as many people as possible. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. I've got a bit of a journey ahead of me, so I'm going to say bye now. Mwah. Take care. Bye-bye.